Right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, July 19th. Set today by Picaroon. I think we've been seeing a lot of Picaroon lately, but I like him. I think I'm sort of on the same wavelength. Let's see how I do today. Ball in the box, pushed back hearts regularly. They put a cross in the box. Well, I'm thinking the definition is they put a cross in the box, and I'm thinking that's a cryptic way to refer to voting. Ball in the box and then hearts. Well, hearts regularly, the even letters of hearts are ERS. Oh, and the box is TV, which is pushed back and has an O or a ball put inside it. All right, that's a nice start. Following vehicle, I'm going to American plane. Well, I think I would have thought of some plane, geographic plane in the Americas, like the Great Plain, or what's the one in Argentina? Is it the Pampas? Or a Llano we've had before, but I'm thinking the definition is plane. The vehicle is a van. I'm going to is I will or I'll, and American is a, and so vanilla is plain. All right, appetizing. Pleasantly warm bagels put away. Appetizing. Well, I'm thinking tasty could be appetizing. Pleasantly warm bagels put away. No, I'm not seeing how tasty would come out of that. I'll put it in and just see if, is it a hidden clue? Yeah. Yeah, I really, I don't know if a bagel, because of its round shape with the hole in it, might be a reference to an O. It is pleasantly warm, like a toasty living room or a toasty bed. I don't think I've seen a bagel as a reference to the letter O before, but I did work it out, so can't complain about that. Issue, Guardian looks after dealing with wages, say. Well, you know, Guardian capitalized makes us think it's going to be about the newspaper, but we have had clues before that refer to guardians looking after children. An issue, of course, can be a child. What's a word beginning with R for someone who's put in the care of a guardian? No, I don't see it. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. Anti-Congress, like one Republican force from the right. All right, from the right makes me think we're going to read something backwards, and I'm wondering if like one Republican force is going to be a charade that then gets reversed. And then the definition would be anti-Congress. I'm wondering if it's anti-sexual Congress, so, but I'm not sure what that would be. Like one could be as I. Republican is usually R. Force, of course, that could be maybe G for gravity. Can it be F? But I'm not seeing it. All right. Well, we have two letters here. So paper, round, flipping, burden. Flipping, I think, is a backwards indicator here. Around. Well, maybe there's a little mini theme of different ways of referring to the letter O. But I'm thinking it's O and a three-letter newspaper, which is the Sun. And that's all reversed, and burden could be the onus. All right, women imprisoned, smuggling energy drinks, chill here. Well, when you see something like here, it seems to refer to the answer, so chill here. So either it's a place where you relax, but I'm thinking more likely it's going to be some kind of fridge or something. Yeah, women imprisoned. Smuggling makes me think we're going to put something inside. Women imprisoned. Then energy can be E followed by drinks. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have energy drinks together as a meaning. Chill here. Snow something. Nope. Promiscuous persons, soft blanket. Ooh. Is the definition a promiscuous person? I'm thinking soft might be S. I know we see H for hard from pencil hardness or softness. So I presume you could have S and then a word for blanket. I can only think of layer maybe. Slayer isn't a promiscuous person. Yeah, I'm fairly confident of vanilla and tasty. What is a promiscuous? Yeah, maybe the S isn't right. Soft blanket. Oh my God, I should be able to get this, but maybe it's a blanket and it's a charade of a promiscuous person followed by soft. But I don't see that either. No. How about add ginger to fried greens I braise at the end? There's a lot of possibilities in that. I'm thinking fried might be an anagram indicator, and then maybe we anagram greens, which is 6 letters plus I, and the last letter of braise, IE. But it would mean add ginger to. Oh, I think if you add ginger to something, maybe you energize it. Is that right? I think the letters add up. Yeah, I suppose I'm just not too familiar with the expression to add ginger, but I can see it maybe meaning like pep up. All right, how about isn't fat, novel, entertaining like Don Quixote? Ooh, novel suggests perhaps an anagram, but isn't fat is only 7 letters. Oh, I wonder if entertaining, I think that can be in from a very old English, like 1950s era, when people would call to your house, you would say you are entertaining visitors at a certain time, or you would be in for visitors. I have a feeling that's, yeah, we'll find out. Of course, that we're going to have two in pairs then if it isn't fat. And I think the entertaining then would, the in would be at the end. So like Don Quixote, oh, what's a word to describe him with isn't fat? Now let's try the anagram helper and just see if something jumps out. Oh, fantasizing, I'm thinking maybe. Yes, I think the IN might be wrong. But I do like something something. Will fantasizing know that? Fantastic, maybe? No, I'm not. Not in love with that. Entertaining, like. Ooh, maybe. Oh, I think like might be as, and entertaining might mean that as goes in the middle. So actually, let me get rid of some of these letters. Actually, let's get rid of everything. I think it's going to begin with fan, but let me, isn't fat as. Yeah, I should have put in oh, fantasist. Ah, yes. He is a fantasist. There we go. My apologies, it took me so long to get that. I'm sure you all knew that long ago. All right, new free houses in part of Lancashire, say. Ooh. Is it a hidden clue inside of Lancashire, say? Ayres? What are new? I think a free house is a type of pub in Britain that isn't linked to a brewery. But yeah, maybe that's, I mean, that just doesn't sound like a definition. New free houses. No. Outstanding header from Spurs subs. Now this could be a hidden clue, although it's got that double S between them, which doesn't seem. We do have USSR backwards, but there's nothing to indicate turn it around R. Yeah, so no, I think it's outstanding. The header from Spurs is the S, and then subs. Oh yeah, maybe it's outstanding, and then the header from Spurs and subs. Outstanding, of course, can be a debt. I'm wondering if it could be subs as in the money you pay in subscription. And if it could be fees, and outstanding is a fee. I don't like that either. All right, one more across and then we'll go back to the downs. Suspected mug has funny diet, drinks last bit in it. Okay, I think suspected is the definition. Mug, of course, can be a face. And maybe we're going to put an anagram of diet plus K for drinks last bit. Inside of that, maybe it is literally mug. Suspected. Assumed. No. I don't see that. All right, where do we leave off? After dealing with wages, no, nothing else coming to me on that. One may be taken to court for fraudulent scheme. It's a double definition, straightforward definition in fraudulent scheme, and punningly, you might take your tennis racket to a tennis court. All right. Ruler, say, put up with endless orgies, wild ones. Where's the definition? Rulers, say, of course, could be the ruler you use to measure things. Or else the definition is wild ones. I don't know what that would be. Yeah, because I'm thinking the wordplay is something for ruler, put up or reversed, and then endless orgies might just simply be the word orgies without its final letter. No. Covered in oil, perhaps, not naked. It's another double definition. A salad can be dressed by putting on oil, as an example, or any kind of salad dressing, and if you're not naked, you're dressed. All right, anti-Congress, like one Republican force. Yeah, I'm wondering if it is GR for the force, and then the Republican reading backwards, and then I think it would be one would be the I. But I'm not getting the like one. Could be F, of course, friend, but I don't see that either. And then this would begin with an E if it was friend. Nope. Two football teams without arrogance among stars. I think we're going to put together the names of two football teams. I'm not sure whether without arrogance we remove some letters that mean arrogance. And I think it's going to be among stars, sidereal or something. No, I don't see it. Parisian is hosted by ignorant society in backwater. I think the Parisian is might be A-E-S-T, and that's going to be hosted by maybe between a word for ignorant and a word for society, and it's going to mean a backwater. Oh my goodness. Now I'm presuming backwater is a small remote town, and it's not going to be literally water like tap something. All right, where would the EST go? And what's a short word for ignorant? Or maybe even ignorant society? No. Call evidence of overspending unconvincing. I'm just looking at the words call evidence, and I'm thinking of something like a phone log but ring something. Oh, I'm thinking, no, it's the evidence of overspending our IOUs. And yes, if you call somebody, like the Queen can call you sir, whatever, then dub comes to mind, and dubious is unconvincing. So now, yes, so I was right with my guess about the meaning of subs, but if something is outstanding, it is due, and you pay your dues, yeah. And that was our suspected. Oh, so then maybe this is the... Yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah. In a backwater, of course, the Styx, as in the famous Variety headline, Styx, Hicks, Nix, Pix, something like that. So then we do have EST is hosted by Thix. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think, sorry, ignorant is thick. And I keep forgetting that you can abbreviate society to simply S. One of these days I will remember that. All right, figure bags honor with ecstasy, one up for award. Well, one up for an award would be a nominee. And I can see we have an OM, which is an order of merit, which is an honor. And a figure is 9. The number 9 bags that OM. And then we add E for ecstasy, and we get our nominee. All right. Insinuates you can't believe what troublemaker says. Oh, this is a good one. Well, the definition is insinuates, which might be implies, but you can read that as imp lies, meaning you can't believe what the imp or troublemaker says. I like it. All right, we have some good letters for the acrosses, including our suspected. Oh, I wasn't expecting that I there. I will come back to that. How about where stockholders make a killing? Oh, I think this is just a cryptic definition, and I hope there are no vegetarians watching Abattoir, I think. Paper, times you said, probing legislators' muddles. Oh, should be very gettable with that hyphen, and we have the M and the P. Paper, times you said. Oh, well, I'm thinking we're going to have a paper and maybe a homophone that's going to probe legislators, who in Britain are MPs. And I think it's going to be muddles. Ah, yes. I, X. So the paper is I. We've seen that before. I think it's is it the free version of the Independent or just the smaller sized version? Times is X, as in 5 times 3. U is the homophone. We've seen this before for the letter U. And muddles are mix-ups. All right. push, bucket down, carrying tons, without doubt. Ooh. I'm thinking without doubt might be the definition. For certain would fit. Push is to force, I think. Bucket down? Oh, of course. Oh my goodness. If it buckets down, it's raining, and that carries T for tons. There we go. Got off with appeal after case for acquittal. Well, the case of a word are the outer letters, so that would be AL. Oh, and if you have sex appeal, they say you have it. And so alit is a very old-fashioned word, to get off. There was some joke one of my teachers used to tell us about birds getting off a wire and something about a lit, but I've forgotten it now. Oh, well, 23 down now looks like. Images must be X-rays. Must company is X. With more cash, we hear. So homophone, if you're given more cash at work, you're given a raise. All right. Windows components. Well, I'm recording this on Friday when we had that CrowdStrike outage affecting Windows computers. But here we go. Windows components needing small series of tests. Oh, that's clever. So it's actually components of Windows in your house. Small is S, and the Ashes have come up quite a lot recently as the cricket match between England and Australia, the Ashes, and so Windows sashes. Developing this drained Steve Jobs. Ooh. Yeah, I'm thinking drained Steve might be like the case or the outer letters. We remove the inner for Steve and we might have an S-E. But is it? It's going to be at the beginning and then a word for jobs. But then it might be an and lit developing this. Drains Steve Jobs. Trying to think of some Apple products. But maybe the SE goes over here. Yeah, and I'm not going to get any more letters, unfortunately. Senses. No, let me get rid of that S. That could be wrong. All right, how about, I skipped over this one. How week begins with caviar for old president. Well, the week begins, I suppose, with Monday, and then caviar, fish eggs are roe, and Monroe was a former US president. All right. Here's our two football teams. Without arrogance. Oh, of course, without can mean surrounding. So it might be the two football teams go around a word for arrogance. I still think among stars is the definition. What football team names, for example, at the end, I think we would have to have United or City, of course, would be a good ending, but not here. I'm going to pause and sip my water. Well, I was just looking at the end of the word and I thought of Real Madrid, because that would be a possible ending of a word. Then I thought, oh, I had said sidereal. Now, a side is a football team. So is there some longer form of sidereal? Yeah, that is going to mean... what's the other foot? Well, I have two football teams, so what's without arrogance? Unless the side is part of arrogance. Oh, pride could be arrogance, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go to wordplays.com and look for 13-letter words, 13-letter word. I think that's going to end in sidereal, but let's see. Yes, and actually the first football team is Inter, and so the word is intersidereal, if I'm saying that right, which means between galaxies or constellations or among stars, just like it is in the clue. So Inter-Real, I think it could have included as 3 football teams, with one being just generic aside. But then side must be arrogance. I know people, certainly in Ireland, would say about somebody that he has no side to him. But I always thought that meant like he has no hidden agenda. He's not conniving. There's no, what you see is what you get. He means what he says. But maybe there's a meaning of side. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that at 15 squared. All right, well, that gives us a very useful D here. It's the second letter of 17. Suspected. Ooh, identified. I'm not sure about. Oh no, identify doesn't fit. Oh, identikit. Oh yes, a suspected mug. Now, that's a very clever definition. I don't know if they still use identikit, but when you get a witness trying to identify somebody, they had all the different face shapes and then eye types and noses, etc., and put them together to form an identikit. Yeah, very clever. So I think we have our funny diet, drinks, last bit in it, the K. Oh, and in it, I think, is the fodder diet, in it, and the K from the end of drink. Oh my goodness. All right, so the bottom is nearly done. Apart from that, Steve Jobs developing. Oh, sorry, I was going to say thesis, but it ain't that. Yeah, no, don't have it. All right, ooh, 6 down now. Ends in an I. I can see we do have George the Third would fit. And so, and Georgie's anagrammed maybe, but ruler. So, I mean, he was a ruler. Yeah, I don't know about that. Then our new free houses in part of Lancashire, say. No, I don't get that. Surely I can get my promiscuous person. I think I'm going to have to go to wordplays.com for this one. Ah, the blanket is a layer. I just had the wrong letter for soft, of course, from music, piano. And a player. Is a player a promiscuous person? I suppose. That might be one definition. All right, so here's our issue. Guardian looks after, of course, a ward could be, and I'm thinking maybe wages, say, could be rewards. Issue Guardian looks after dealing with. Dealing with is as in regarding. Yes. So here's our chill here. Oh, a wine cooler, maybe? Let's see. Women imprisoned. Yes, so I think it's women is W, and if you're imprisoned, you're in the cooler, and that smuggles or surrounds the E for energy, and drinks chill here. But of course, a wine cooler is a drink itself, but I suppose it can also be a place where you chill your wine. Yeah, I'm thinking George the Third is right here, but not sure how that works. Oh, sorry, here we go. Endless orgy. Yeah, wild ones. Well, the ones might be the three eyes at the end. Oh, say put up is EG backwards. Okay. With endless orgies, so orgies without its S, and then slightly anagrammed, and then that gives us ORGEI, and then we have, I think, just the two ones there. All right. I think this might be frigid. Excuse me. So I suppose if you're, yeah, I think it's a term that would be used in the past. I'm not sure it is in current usage, but frigid, anti-sex, like one Republican force. Oh, I think to like is to dig, then one, then Republican, and then force is indeed F. All right, just two left. Our new free houses in part of Lancashire, say. Is it a homophone for a town in Lancashire or an area of Lancashire? No, I think I'm going to have to go to Wordplays for this one too. All right, I've really no idea what this is going to be. I did see the word tide, and I vaguely remember that a tide public house in Britain is one that is, in fact, not free. It's linked to a brewery, but I may have completely imagined that. But it does sound like TIDE. And maybe there's a part of Lancashire called the Tide. I've no idea. Anyway, let's check this. No. All right, let's reveal it. Rind. Oh, is a Lancashire a type of pig? I'm thinking that might be one part of the definition. But what is new, free? Oh my goodness, it's one of those complicated syntax word plays where new is N and a word for free, which is here being used as a verb to free yourself of rats, for example, to rid yourself of rats, and houses, free or rid houses the N. And then, oh, that is just so complicated in multiple ways. I think when you have that complicated phraseology, new free houses, that maybe the other part of the definition should be a little more straightforward. If it had said something about meat or something, we might have had a chance. But if you got that one, please let me know in the comments and I can bow down before you. That is amazing. All right, that just leaves our developing this, drained Steve, jobs. What would jobs be? Posts. No, I think I'm going to go to word plays and see what candidate words I have here and try and pick the most likely. Well, I really can't think of anything better, and word plays had a lot of words, but I didn't really see any of them fitting here, so I'm going to go with census. Let's check this. No, all right. I didn't even get one letter right. Let's reveal it. Heists. Oh. Okay, well, jobs is obviously bank jobs or robberies. I think that's, again, a very loose definition of the answer. But then how does the wordplay work? Developing this, I should have realized that is an anagram of this plus the SE. Now that one, I think the wordplay I should have been able to follow because it is fairly straightforward as these things go. But again, the definition left a little to be. I think it could have said something like jobs for, I don't know, criminals, or maybe that's too easy. All right, well, I suppose it wasn't too difficult, just those two held me up. Anyway, let's head over to 15 Squared and see what they're saying. All right, the blog today is by SC Chua. I think I followed all of them eventually. I did mention for those outside the UK that Hearts is a football team in Scotland, to go with the surface of the clue. Frigid definition, uninterested or unresponsive. Okay. I think I followed all of those. Rind. Okay, so, oh no, it's a cheese. Okay. Lancashire. Never heard of that cheese. Is that well known? Yeah, I think it could have been maybe a name that is more obviously a cheese, but again, that might make it too easy. I know they have to balance everything. Let's see. Okay, there's a definition of sashes. Yeah, the only one, so George, E.G., anagram of or G, and yeah, we needed to add the two I's then at the end. Yeah, so side is an informal term for arrogance or a pretentious manner. All right, take your word for it. All right, let's see. Pickeroo never fails to entertain. 4 football teams, 2 billionaire investors. Oh, and a Nina of HII. Okay. Um, yes, Lancashire is a cheese. Didn't remember that either. So there we go. On the easier side for Picaroon. Anyway, I did enjoy it, and overall, I think this week was one of the easiest in memory. So I'm grateful for that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend.